Okay, I've had a bunch of you reach out to do a thing on this Jared Williams cat. As soon as I mentioned his name, my inbox was like full. Apparently, he's a plumber was based out of Alaska. I don't know if he's still there or not, but that may explain some of his pricing. I mean, in Alaska, uh, a gallon of milk is like $18. So, you know, um, I can buy it for $4 or $5 here in Canada, or in Alberta anyway. So if he's buying milk at three times the price, then hot water tanks are obviously going to be three times the price. Listen, uh, even though, like I say, I watched a dozen or so of his videos, I think he's accurate in the fact that we need to charge more money, that you need to charge more money. I do find it problematic when someone tells you what your hourly rate should be. Only you know what your hourly rate should be. If I was, I mean, look at somebody like Jeff Bezos. Um, the reason that he's able to, undercut everybody is because he's a billionaire, and he just his margins don't need to be what they need to be. I'm able to provide the services that I'm able to provide because for the prices that I'm able to provide them, and make the money that I'm able to because I don't I own everything. There's nothing there's no you know I'm not trying to make payments on anything. So I think it's maybe I'll do my thoughts and yours on this platform on how to find your hourly rate because it should be as varied as you are because your situation is unique to you. Like, what have you got to do? Like, what are your maintenance payments? What do you owe your ex-wife and your kids? I mean, that's a reality that many of the trades face. What is your truck payment? What is your house payment? What is your grocery bill? All the rest of that stuff. And what do you want to make? And so there are absolute formulas and spreadsheets that you can make in order to get to that number. And I think it's important that you find those numbers. I think it's critically important that you make sure that you are making money. You shouldn't even listen to me when I tell you what your hourly rate should be. Like, you should say, Baker, you can suck it. You don't know what my situation is. And you're absolutely right. I do not know what your situation is. And therefore, I shouldn't be telling you what you should make. You should take my advice when I say you should charge more money. Now, when it comes quickly to the hot water tanks, listen, and I had, there's guys that are like, well, in Philly or New York, we're charging like $4,000 for a tank. Fine, that's great. Again, I don't know what it is here in my little jurisdiction. Like, if I want to tell somebody to f off, I'm sending them a $3,200 quote to replace their hot water tank. That's just the reality of my situation. And there have probably been. Here's a quick story. We were asked to do a boiler replacement down on Lethbridge. This was 15 years ago, for a property management company that I absolutely loathed, and I did not want to do the work. And so it was before all the craziness kicked in about high efficiency. So it was literally uh, a super hot boiler, atmospheric thing. Probably cost me $4,000. I spent 3 days doing the install, blah blah blah. Switched everything over, and the quote that I came to them with was $80,000, and they took it. That was a one off. I made probably 60. I'll use the word. I made $69,000 off of that job easily. Probably more like $75,000 off that job because they were desperate. They needed it done. I've never seen that type of return ever. But it would be like me going on a right now saying you need to make like a 30,000% profit off of your boiler installs. It's just not reasonable. There are times and places where people are desperate enough and just need something done that they'll pay almost anything. And that's my one experience and they paid right away. I thought it was going to be like some weird setup, but nope, we did it, did all the work. They were delighted and they never used us again. And I never called them back because they were an absolute train wreck to work for. And the last job we ever did, like, how often does that happen? Not very often. So, what you should take out of this is that you need to know what your hourly rate should be. And maybe in the next one, I will do a quick breakdown. I'm going to start trying to implement some pictures and stuff. And, the evolution continues. As usual, these are my thoughts, not yours. Have a fabulous Thursday afternoon. And that's it. That's all I got. Have a marvelous day.